Larry Holmes defends his title for the 16th time against Scott Frank. Atlantic City, 10th of September, 1983.
So we're underway in round one.
Frank figures to come out and try his stuff while he's got a chance. Larry wants to put him away as soon as he can. He doesn't want to risk having to stick around. This is a night of upsets. What with upsets here?
There are many who have felt that Scott Frank's only chance would be to try and get Holmes involved in a street-like brawl, but Holmes said that won't matter.
Holmes got a lot of fat around the midsection. It would be hard to carry that for 12 rounds.
Of course, Larry says it just makes him stronger. Larry Holmes, when at his prime, very, very smooth with that excellent left jab, followed up usually by the short right cross. Not a devastating puncher, but has that good knockout record. And always piles up points with the jab.
Larry looking to sucker Scott Frank with that right hand. As soon as he comes in, he triggers it off. He missed him the first two times he's thrown it. If it lands flush on the chin, could be tough for Mr. Scott.
Hold it. Okay, that's it. And there are some boxing people who felt that Holmes did not properly train for tonight's fight because he has no fear of Scott Frank. So similar to the situation against Lucien Rodriguez, there's a question concerning Holmes' concentration. But does it matter?
We'll soon see. Holmes' jab is starting to find its mark. Early in a fight, Holmes dominates with his jab.
And we're less than a minute left in this first round. Oh, good right hand by Holmes. That's the most telling blow of this first round.
That's what he was looking to do, sucker that right hand, and he's loading it up again. There it went. There it went again.
Nailing Scott Frank. Connecting through the gloves of Frank.
Frank's waiting too long. Frank's got to fight. He's got to be throwing things, or else he is going to get cleaned out.
So Larry Holmes doing whatever he has wanted to do in this opening round, using that jab very effectively. And Larry Holmes out for round two to meet up with Scott Frank, who was told in his corner, you have to throw more than one punch.
He must throw in bunches, or else Larry will pick him apart with that right hand. It was a good opening round for the champion, whose brisk jab is doing its job as it usually does. Larry looking to drop that right hand and finish the fight as early as he can. Look at the fierceness of that jab.
Larry Holmes getting in with that jab right from the opening bell, and may make contact under the chin of Frank, and he does cut easily. He's coming off that cut sustained during training camp, which raised several questions.
Well, as Scott Frank said in the interview, it doesn't make any difference to him with its cut, and Larry Holmes said, I'm not aiming for it, I just want to knock him out fast. It looks like that's what Holmes wants to do. He doesn't care about the cut.
Good right hand by Holmes, looking much more aggressive than he did against Lucien Rodriguez. Of course, Frank providing more of an inviting target than Rodriguez.
Well, he's standing still, and if he doesn't come in punching 2 and 3, he's just going to get picked apart. His chance is a street fight, and he's certainly not going to get it sitting around waiting for the punches to land.
No sign of any intent of getting involved in that type of brawl by Frank.
No.
Midway point, round 2, scheduled for 12, and it's been target practice for Holmes.
Scott corner has said, don't wait for him. Punch 2 and 3 times. Scott has not done that. He's got to come in, not only behind the jab, but throwing the right hand and a hook after it.
Frank is lunging with his left, but no shot of getting any impact at all.
And a great shot at getting hit with a counter right hand, which Larry is beginning to measure him with again.
Less than a minute left. Round 2. It's been a cover-up round for Scott Frank.
Larry is sweating profusely. The heat is rather unbearable under these lights. First 2 rounds have been brisk, good rounds for Larry Holmes.
And coming up to 10 seconds left in the second round, crowd responding because Frank did connect with the right hand, but Holmes not bothered by it. Of course, most of those 12 knockouts were earlier in his career. That has not been the case in recent years. 2 good right hands by Scott Frank, landing on Larry Holmes in the final seconds of the second round.
Scott Frank is starting to have a lot of trouble with a left eye that's beginning to close up. You can see it turning black and blue. It will be closed in about another round or so. Those jabs of Holmes landing right on target. Ace Murata in the corner of Scott Frank has been putting that cold compress, that cold iron Enswell on it, and I'm afraid it's too late for even Enswell. That eye will be closed in about another round or so.
Holmes doubling up with the left hand, then try to connect with the right.
His corner got excited, Scott Frank, because he landed 2 strong right hands at the end of the round, and it looked like that they had reached Holmes.
Holmes countering off the left hand of Frank. Larry Holmes opened up by painting Scott Frank with the jab. Good right hand, and that rocked Frank. This is round 3, minute gone by. Larry Holmes defending for the 16th time. Marv Albert with the fight doctor. Bernie Pacheco. We're live from Atlantic City. Every time Frank gets close to landing, the crowd responds.
Now Larry's in command of this fight up to now. No question about it.
Good uppercut by Holmes.
Nice. 2 right-hand combinations to the side and then the uppercut. Trickle of nose coming from the blood of Scott, from the nose of Scott Frank. You can see the eyes closing up. Although for some reason Larry Holmes has abandoned that stinging jab.
And there it is back again, followed by the right hand.
Larry doing a very workmanlike job on Scott Frank. Wonder what thoughts are going through the mind of Marvis Frazier and Joe Frazier as they watch this workmanlike exhibition of the champion Larry Holmes.
Marvis Frazier slated to face Holmes in November. And we approach 15 seconds left, round 3. And there are the Fraziers looking on. Final second, 3rd round. Look at the left eye of Scott Frank as he comes out for round 4.
And there's a terrific absence in his corner. Lou Duba, the great motivator and corner man who's supposed to work in his corner, has not come in. And we wonder what significance that has. He's not being motivated in the corner. Good right hand by Larry Holmes.
Oh, and the left hand following up.
Larry wanting to stop this fight right now. He wants to get his knockout.
Keep in mind, Holmes has not put anyone down since he dropped Jerry Cooney, and that was back in round 2. Cooney did not go down in that 13th and final round, so that's some 50 rounds of boxing through Cooney, Cobb, Rodriguez, and Witherspoon. So Holmes would love the knockdown.
Holmes is going for that knockdown. He's got all the power of the old Holmes going. He's as early in the fight. He's warmed up, and he is letting fly the old Larry Holmes power in that right hand.
Scott Frank looking to protect the left eye, has the glove up high.
He should look to protect his entire body. He's getting creamed by Larry Holmes almost every round. Thus far, that cut, much advertised that was going to open, did not, and several crunching uppercuts have hit there. Larry slowing down some, wanting to work the body so his hands will come down. No offense whatsoever on the part of Scott Frank, however. That well-advertised attack, that street fight that he said he was going to get into, has not materialized.
Oh, the jab setting up the right, but Holmes not able to connect that time as we approach a minute remaining in the round.
All Larry's trying to do there is get that arm down. He's holding it way up, as you pointed out, Marv, and he's trying to get it down by the attack to the flank.
It has been a very quiet bout for the referee, Tony Perez. His presence has not been needed.
I have no idea what Scott Frank is waiting for, because if he doesn't launch an attack pretty soon, he's just going to be beaten down. It's possible that he misses a Lou Duva in the corner, telling him to get out there and go and do and die.
Well, Freddie, reportedly, Lou Duva had another falling out with Frank. There have been a few of those in the career of Scott Frank. All right, we'll be visiting the corner of Scott Frank, who is taking a hammering here at the end of the round, although Scott says he's all right.
You're just walking in doing nothing, Scott, and that's the problem, all right? You got to use the jab coming in.
Take a nice deep breath. Hold it in and then out. Come on.
You got to use the jab.
Put some Vaseline in the nose, Tommy.
Yeah.
Well, Joe Fariello in the corner of
use the jab.
Scott Frank, capturing it when he said, Scott, you're doing nothing. Fariello goes back to the Customado days with a large heavyweight fighter by the name of Buster Mathis. This is round 5. And at the end of round 4, Holmes able to successfully unload on Frank.
It looked like he was going to put him out. If he had enough time at the end of that round, he might have. The combinations were crisp. They were landing and jolting Scott Frank, although he tried to make light of it, make it look like he wasn't really getting hurt.
It has been a shutout thus far for Holmes, scoring on the 10-point ball. Oh, good right hand by Holmes. Scott Frank says it wasn't anything. This out of the pages of his bout against Ronaldo Snipes, but he is getting walloped.
He's a better actor than he is a fighter. Holmes feels it. He feels his knockout is right there.
As this is out of the pages of Tex Cobb now.
Oh, look at that right hand.
Was hit by the right hand of Frank, and now Frank is covering up.
Right in his...
Didn't give a standing 8, but he's counting it out.
His eye is... He's been thumbed. He's talking about he's being thumbed.
Scott Frank claiming he's thumbed, and Tony Perez says, okay, continue. But Frank covering up the eye. That's it, says Tony Perez, all over. And Scott Frank does not agree. He's claiming he was thumbed. There is a standing 8 that can be used. Tony Perez, not one who believes in the standing 8, so he did not use it. Instead, he started a count, and then when he saw that Frank was complaining about receiving the thumb of the eye, he did stop the count and then said continue, and now Perez has called it. So it is all over in round 5, and Larry Holmes having his way opening bell with no problem at all, throwing a blank at Scott Frank. And we'll get another look at those final punches of the bout. You see, Holmes has Frank trapped in the corner. There's a right hand that got Frank in the left eye. He'd been having problems with the eye from earlier in the fight, and now Frank looks to cover up, and right here he says he was thumped. And Perez stepped in, not allowing Holmes to unleash. Frank says, I was thumped. Perez checks it out, starts the count. We'll get another look at this. And here's Frank trying to express the fact that he was thumped. First, the overhand right by Frank that missed. There's the punch by Holmes that got into the eye of Frank. As I said, Tony Perez could have utilized the standing 8, but he is one who says he does not believe in it. And so he did not go for it. So, that's the story here at Atlantic City. The official time, 1 minute, 28 seconds of round 5. Larry Holmes stopping Scott Frank, and the champion is alongside Ferdy in the ring.
Why they sitting us up like that?
Congratulations.
Thank you, Doc.
A knockout, which you have been long looking for.
Oh, yeah, I had a little bit to prove this time. You know, I only had 4 weeks getting ready, but I got ready. Scott Frank deserved the shot. We gave him a shot. Strong, determined young man. If he stays at it, work at it, Freddie, you'll hear a lot more from him.
Now, what do you think about his claim you thumbed him? He went down with a thumb and he couldn't get up and so forth.
Well, you know, fighters always fight an excuse when a good punch lands in the eye. I mean, from the first round, his eye was puffing, swollen, and, you know, he needed an excuse, and he got it, and he got on out. But, you know, that's boxing. You know, some guys can take it better than others, and some can't.
At the end of one of those rounds, he landed 2 crunching right hands. Did they bother you at all?
Oh, he hit me high on the head. It shook me up just a second, but it didn't really hurt me like it really hurt me, but it shook me up a little bit. I knew I got hit.
Do you think it was smart of you to let Marvis Frazier in here and watch this?
Well, hey, Marvis Frazier still thinks he can whoop me and his father and his whole family, but let him keep thinking. You know what? I'm better all the time. I'm better with age. I'm smarter. I don't have to move as much. I serve my energy. And Marvis Frazier will get knocked out just the same way. And it's up to his father, put him in there, and our contracts are signed, and we're ready to do it again.
In the next defense of his title, Larry Holmes meets Marvis Frazier. For Marvis, trained by his father, former champion Joe Frazier, it was to be his first and only attempt to win back his father's old title.
Any questions from Mr. Frazier's corner? Any questions from Mr. Holmes' corner? Okay, let's get it on.
Well, that's fighting talk, isn't it? Let's get it on. I've never heard that one before. And that's Larry Holmes' wife.
Las Vegas, 25th of November, 1983.
So there, a chance or not for Marvis Frazier. Is he in above his head with only 10 fights? Or is the old man Joe Frazier shrewd to have put him in and take his chance? After all, Joe Frazier knows Larry Holmes backwards, as he boxed with him when he was the world champion. Frazier, of course, with only 10 fights, but has been around the hard-bitten gymnasiums of the world, boxed in the top American. Just look at this for a show-off at the start then by Marvis Frazier, trying to show contempt for Holmes. And remember, at 34 years of age, there are occasions when heavyweights come apart at the seams overnight. Well, I'm wondering, is this really the night or not? I would suspect that those trunks that Frazier's wearing were his father's. They were certainly the same colour that Joe wore when he fought Ali. A little bit of jeering from the crowd there because there was a wrestling throw coming from Holmes. A little reminding clip around the ear there for the champion to tell the youngster don't come too strong in the opening round. Joe Frazier was telling me that his boy's got to fight 3 minutes every round. By that he means he's got to pitch in punches and try and slow Holmes down, who he reckons is now reduced to spasms of punching during the round to save his strength. But really, you have to say, there's no substitute for experience. He bangs that left hand in. Probably the best left hand punch since the great Joe Louis. Well, last time up, of course, Frazier was in with Joe Bugner. You know, he beat the big fellow there out of sight in Atlantic City. He didn't have him down. Oh! A long right hand. Well, look at that. He's been down as an amateur, Marvis Frazier, but it's the first time as a pro. He's not in control of his legs. He measured that right hand, and there's the father wondering what he can say. What can he say? But look out, here he comes with the next punch. And he really could do with those seconds ticking away faster than ever in the opening round. He shouldn't have dropped his hands. And Holmes warned everybody that he would have to put the kid in his place. And it looks as though this could be the mismatch that many people thought it was. Really putting young Frazier in trouble there. Will he get over this first round? The gun shield comes flying out. Mills Lane, the referee, hopefully giving him every chance, but it's all one way now, and he stopped it in the opening round with just a few seconds to go, 3 seconds probably to the end of the first round. There's Holmes' wife, and there's Joe saying to the son, okay kid, I know what that's all about. It's happened to me, but of course never as quickly as that. And there's no doubt that the father's judgment was in serious doubt there, and obviously very wrong, because this is how Holmes said he would have to deal. He said, I was brought up with this kid in the gym. I'm going to get no pleasure out of beating him up. And it looks a very moving moment there between fighters. And considering he got about $2.5 million for that, Holmes, there was a worry, of course, whether Frazier was able to absorb a punch. He once had an operation for a pinched nerve in the neck which left a hefty scar. He was knocked out as an amateur by James Broad, whom he subsequently defeated as a pro. But really, it took enough punishment in that opening round to have lasted him a long time, and perhaps it's just as well that he didn't have to go on taking it for more rounds. So let's then have a look at the replays. The long right hand, you'd really almost telegraphed, and there was no way that Frazier could keep in control there. Just look at that. Made an effort to get up. Now here it is, he's measuring it, isn't he? Bang. The full length of the arm before he tagged him on the side of the jaw, and that punch must have gone from chin to boots. So from another angle now, there he is. He's very square on Frazier. He's holding the arms too low, right through the middle, really like a lance. It was a devastating right hand punch. So that's where he was waving the punches then at Frazier. A little bit of Ali show off there. Just clubbing him at will and calling the referee in, Mills Lane, and clipping him there. That really is back to the old Jack Johnson days, punishing his man and showing mercy at the same time. But he had to get on with the business. That's what the champions are all about. This really is a tough game. And it went on, for me, a dozen punches too long. And the district attorney referee from Nevada, there he is, and about time. So she's just palming Frazier off there and waving the right hand, doing as he wants, calling the referee. How about coming in and stopping this? A nice mercy touch there from Holmes, but he's got to get on with the business. He's still got to be the gunfighter, and Mills Lane is definitely late coming in here. And the kid's certainly brave enough, but that's not good enough in this business. Got a bit of the old man joeing him there for the bravery, but it's all one-way traffic, as one-sided as a lynch in that one. But Holmes had warmed up in the
Ladies and gentlemen,
watched him sweating.
Referee Mills Lane stops
and he was
the bout
ready to go to work. And
at
the
2
referee,
minutes,
who's a district
57
attorney
seconds
in Reno,
of the first
Nevada,
round, the winner
allowed him to take
still
enough punishment, I thought, but then
champion of the
rightly
world,
stopped it.
Larry Holmes.
After a championship reign that had lasted 7 years, Larry Holmes attempts to regain the undisputed heavyweight crown from the 21-year-old Mike Tyson. Atlantic City, 22nd of January, 1988.
So referee Joe Cortez gets them started, and Mike Tyson in the black trunks against Larry Holmes in white, and Tyson straight into Holmes. Referee Cortez breaks them up. Holmes will be wary at first because Tyson is a very quick starter. See, Larry's backing away. He's renowned for his piston-like left jab, Holmes. Let's see if he can hold Tyson off with it. At the moment he's holding him off with his open glove. He's trying to tie Tyson up here. Holmes is a very cagey fighter. He's using all his experience here to nullify Tyson's early attacks. He's moving around the ring, not getting too involved. There you see Holmes trying to hold him off with the left jab. He's got quite a height and reach advantage over Tyson. Tyson much the shorter man. But Tyson's the faster puncher, the younger man. There's Holmes dodging out of the way. Tyson snarls at him. There's bad blood between these two. Tyson refused to shake hands with Holmes in a pre-fight press conference. There's Holmes holding. Referee Cortez breaks them up. Tyson jabbing quickly, trying to manoeuvre Holmes into a corner. Larry's having none of it. It's moving around, keeping him off with an extended glove, holding him when he gets in. Taking a good look at Tyson in this first round. No evidence of Larry's really sharp left jab. He's got a tremendous right hand. He's not using those at the moment. Tyson does a little jig as he comes in. He's trying to get everything moving. Goes to the left hook. Holmes dives away from him. Holmes goes to the right hand and misses. And ties Tyson up on the inside. Holmes is holding on the inside. Referee Cortez makes them break up. Good right hand to the body from Tyson. Holmes gets in with the right hand, and there's the bell to end a very eventful first round. Tyson jigs back to his corner. And here we see Tyson with trainer Kevin Rooney.
Understand? Don't fuck around with this guy. Get pressure right on this guy. Spit it right in there. Spit it in there. Now listen to this. Not using your jab at all. I want you to be aggressive behind the left hand. Range on your jab. Make it hurt a little more. You got to make the jab.
In Larry Holmes' corner is his longtime trainer Richie Giacetti.
What you do for the jab, then you come up with it. Then come back with your left hook. Come up, then come back. 3-punch combination.
Pop, 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 pop. Remember, pop, pop.
Okay?
To the body. Then bring it upstairs. But use the jab behind the jab. You understand?
Here we come for the second round there. You can hear trainer Giacetti telling Holmes to pop with the jab. Tyson's trainer telling him to go for the body, and there's that familiar little Tyson skip and a jump as he comes out for the second round. And immediately they're locked together. Tyson tries to get on the inside. Let's see if Larry will jab with his left hand more this round. He's fighting a cautious fight, trying to conserve energy. There's more of the left jab from Holmes, but Tyson's got a pretty good left jab of his own, even though he's a shorter man.
All right, let it go. No wrestling inside. Break out. Let it go.
Referee tells him not to wrestle inside. Tyson wants to get inside. Holmes wants him to wrestle. Oh, a smashing left jab from Tyson there. Holmes goes for the right hand and misses. He hasn't got his timing right yet, Larry Holmes. He's taking his time, letting Tyson come into him. There he tries the left jab and misses. Tyson goes for the body. Tyson's a difficult man to catch cleanly because he comes underneath punches. Again, Holmes misses with the right hand. Catches him with the right uppercut as he comes in. Tyson's just wrestling. Holmes is really holding him. He wants to take his time. That right hand misses. Tyson jigs away. He comes underneath, but he doesn't really land with anything. Holmes is boxing a very clever fight here. Good right hand from Holmes, clips Tyson, doesn't hurt him. Tyson's rolling in, gets underneath that right hand, but lands with a body punch himself. He's strong, he's menacing.
Hold that left glove, like, hold that left glove.
Holmes trying to keep Tyson off him, ties him up on the inside. Fighting effectively, not getting too involved. Again, Tyson is stopped from working on the inside by Holmes. Holmes holds him, wrestles him around. Referee Cortez tells Holmes he's holding. Larry doesn't mind that, he'll hold as long as he wants. Blistering attack by Tyson, but most of those punches misses. There's the end of the second round. Tyson stares at Holmes as he comes back to his corner.
Let me get inside. Bullshit. Bullshit. Don't tell me I ain't holding inside. You're not punching me. Let him hold you. Don't hand me that crap. Spit down the book. We don't have another bucket. Now spit down that one. Go ahead. And take that. Give me the mouthpiece. One jab. One decent jab in the land. You're going to put pressure on this guy, Michael. You're going to punch every time you do it.
Here we have the slow motion of the last round. Crushing right hand from Tyson. He just clips Holmes with the left hook there.
Come on, come on. All right, seconds out. Come on, last Richie, seconds out, Richie.
Here we come. Third round of this undisputed heavyweight title fight. Larry Holmes in the white trunks. Iron Mike Tyson in black. It's been an intriguing contest so far. The veteran Holmes is managing to keep Tyson at bay. Everybody's waiting for Tyson to explode. Holmes now trying to pin Tyson on the end of that left jab. It's one of the best left jabs ever known in boxing history. Hard, sharp, and the following right hand can come through at any time, just like that. Tyson shakes his head, said it didn't hurt him. Holmes walks around the ring, takes his time, conserving energy. Tyson was just 11 years old when Larry Holmes first won the world title. There's a 17-year age gap between them. And there's that Holmes left jab. He's beginning to move backwards better now. And a right uppercut. Catches Tyson as he comes in.
All right, bring out team. Let's go. Get the arms out. Get him up. Let's go.
Tyson's short and squat, coming underneath. He's a fast puncher, a tremendous puncher. Holmes is continually tying up as they get in close.
All right, break out team, break out, don't punch him. Let's go.
Larry Holmes' timing isn't quite right at the moment. He's not really popping that jab. He's missed with several right hands. A good right hand from Tyson over the top of that jab. See the speed of Tyson as 2 hooks land. Holmes lands a good right uppercut to the body, but he's holding again on the inside as Tyson tries to work away. Referee Cortes breaks them up.
Alright, break clean, break clean. There you go.
There's that snapping jab. Larry needs to use that punch more. Misses with the right hand. Tyson comes inside, isn't allowed to work, comes in with the left hook, and Holmes complains to referee Cortes that that left hook was a bit low. Cortes tells him to box on. And a great right hand, and Tyson punches after the bell. Larry Holmes isn't happy about that. He's complaining to referee Cortes, quite rightly, as he goes back to his corner.
Nice deep breath.
Big one, big one.
Big one, big one.
All right, Big Jack.
So, another one.
Me. Let him do it.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Hold on. Let's go now. Come on now. You gotta go.
And here we have the slow motion of that round. That right hand that catches Larry Holmes. You can see the spray fly off his head, but he comes straight back with the right uppercut, then gets caught with the left hook. Referee Cortes jumps between them right at the end of the round.
Stay relaxed. Keep your knees bent, your defense tight, but keep your balance. Working behind a good hard jab. When you get inside, no, you got it. Who got it?
Tyson obviously suffering from a nosebleed there as they come out for the 4th round. And Holmes is on his toes now. He's doing the dance, the left jab snaking out into Tyson's face. The crowd are loving it, there's a huge cheer going up. Holmes has arrogantly got his hands down by his side. He's moving away from Tyson, popping the jab, holding him when he comes in. Holmes is doing a bit of showboating, trying to entice Tyson onto a right hand. Oh, a good left hook from Tyson makes Holmes move off the ropes. Grabs Tyson as he comes in. Referee Cortes breaks them again.
Let's go.
Holmes is on his toes. He's not really snapping that jab anymore. He's just holding as Tyson comes in, nullifying all his work. It's a cagey exhibition from the old fighter. He's drawing the strength from Tyson, staying in there. Oh, what a fantastic right hand, and Holmes is on his back. Not many people can put Larry Holmes on his back, and he's badly hurt here. You can see him shaking his head in the corner. Takes the 8 count. Referee Cortes asks him if he's okay. In comes Tyson for the kill, and another right hand on top of the head, and Holmes is down for the 2nd time. There's no 3 knockdown rule tonight, but Holmes is badly shaken. Cortes waves Tyson in again. Holmes is hanging on desperately here. Mike Tyson pours in the punches. His legs have gone, he's all over the place. Can Tyson finish him here? You see Holmes can hardly stand up. He's taking Huge punches from Tyson. Oh, and a tremendous right. Holmes is rocked back into the ropes. He jigs there. He's trying to keep going. How is he withstanding these punches? Another right hand. Tyson's stalking him down. Holmes' legs are giving away. Another right hand catches him. He's been battered around the ring. He's bravely standing up to it like a brave old champion. Oh, a right hand from Tyson. Another right hand to the body. And that final right hand. Holmes has flattened his back. Cortez doesn't bother to count. He waves in. He wants the doctor in the ring immediately. Larry Holmes is flat on his back. He's badly hurt. Tyson stands in the ring, in the middle of the ring, acknowledging everybody. There's trainer Kevin Rooney with him. What a fantastic display by Mike Tyson. And there's Larry Holmes on the floor. The doctor's attending to him. He seems to be okay.
Get this man out of here. Get this guy out of here.
Okay, let him up. Let him sit up, Doc.
Wait a minute.
Let him sit up. Let him sit up.
Wait a minute.
There's mayhem in the ring as they're trying to get Larry Holmes to stand up. He's conscious.
Get this man out of here. Get this guy out of here.
What a tremendous finish that fight as Tyson retains his title.
Still the undisputed, undefeated heavyweight champion of the world, Iron Mike Tyson.
And here we can see the slow motion of the knockdowns. There's the first right hand. It catches Larry Holmes high on the head and catapults him to the floor. Here's the same punch from a different angle. You can see it catches him on the temple. And Holmes hangs there for a moment before he falls to the floor. And here's the punch from a different angle. Crash. See Holmes' legs stiffen before he hits the floor. And here's the second knockdown. Holmes is trying to hold. He just gets clipped on the top of the head, and that's enough to put him on the floor for the second time. He rolls over. He's in desperate trouble. Here it is again. Tyson misses with the right hand. Just clips him on top of the head, but that's enough. And again. From the overhead camera, you can see Tyson clip Holmes, and his legs just give up underneath him. And this is the final fusillade of blows as Larry Holmes is trapped on the ropes. He tries to fight back, and you can see there that his arm got stuck in the ropes and he was trapped helpless as Tyson hits him with two right hands that knock him spark out. See here how Holmes tries to punch back at Tyson, and his arm gets entangled in the rope and leaves him a sitting duck. There it is. The first right hand misses, the second one absolutely obliterates him. And that must be the end of Holmes' heavyweight ambitions. Larry Holmes, one of the great heavyweight champions.